Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and ho, ho to the ho. Yeah, we're talking about the good Christmas here with old bulldog. And yeah, I got some interesting stuff going on. Um, let's see here. Oh, Flower Child, what's up? Flower Goddess. Oh my goodness. So, how are you doing? Anthony, my friend, what you up to? And Merry Christmas to you too. Ho to the fucking ho. Yeehaw. Well, anyways, guys, I guess I can give you a lowdown as to what's been going on here. Of course, I've been battling with some shit that happened to me a while back. I think everybody knows um, that incident that took place on 8/1/2021. Hey, Miss Caitlin, Merry Christmas to you too. But here it'd be Christmas morning now because it's past 12 o'clock. But yeah, it would still be classified as I guess Christmas Eve. So, anyways, what's ended up going on with this thing, guys? Here, this person has literally forced my hand, um, and I do not care the threats that one detective gave to me. The thing has been reopened because she tried to milk my company and got shot down, and now she's trying to go after me civilly, and she's trying to go after my automobile insurance. Hooray! Right? Let's give the criminal free money. So, yeah, the insurance company sounded like they were going to fight. And then the next day, it sounded like she wanted to flip flop. Well, if anything, if we settle anything, we would lowball it. As much evidence as you send us. Says, look, if I send you shit that proves I never fucking did it in the first place, you shouldn't be giving them 1 red cent. Now, I did tell her that if they ended up lowballing her to keep it from going to court, that it's going to be out on their end. If they can pay it and it not hurt me, who am I to judge to tell them that they cannot do it? So that would be no big deal. But she couldn't. I asked her several times, would this make my premiums go up? Because if it makes my premiums go up, I'm not having it. I'm not putting out 1 red cent. So what I managed to do while she's on the flop is I got a hold of the police department. Well, actually, what it is, I flagged a cop down because there was one sitting over at the Starbucks next to my apartment. And I saw him and I asked him questions about it and told him I had the footage and stuff like that. And this police officer was nice enough to come over and he was seeing some of the footage and stuff. And, he seemed apologetic of what I've been going through and stuff like that. And so he called his supervisor over, and his supervisor was even being helpful. They were being very nice, cordial, and professional with me. And they said, well, what do you want to see the outcome of this thing? I says, well, the thing of it is she's falsified a police report. And with all the police officers that went up there to investigate this thing, I was never combative. I never offered up any kind of a problem for any of the officers on that site. And yeah, that's right. She did not get hurt for it. Is false, false statement. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I got a copy of that police report. I had finally obtained a copy of it through her own attorney. Her own attorney sent me a copy of it. And according to her statement that she made to the police, does not conflict with the video. That she rolled over the hood of my car and fell to the ground. She didn't fall to the ground. She didn't sustain minor injuries like she was proclaiming. And she also made a statement stating that she tried to make contact with me by going to my driver's side door. I don't know what part of my driver's side door involved her going to the front of my car. That made no sense. The only thing that I can come to the conclusion is when I went to go pull into the parking space and found that she was standing on the curb taking a leap, that told me some bad juju was coming. Everything I stated to that police officer that night was factual and was the truth. And the thing that really bothers me is that I told him that, hey, I can go in there and show you any camera you want, because there's more than one camera on that property, and the cops know it. The one particular officer went in there, took notice to the big screens that we had on the wall. And I'm not sure of how it played out inside that building, but I'm sure that this officer should have done his due diligence and his investigative work by asking to see all views related around the situation. Now, I could have done that. And I explained that to him. I will show you whatever you need to see. And her mother, she is proclaiming to be a supervisor with our company. She was there hindering their investigation. And for them to let her remain in the building, it only tells me one of two things. Either she never told the police officer that was her kid, or she told them that she was a supervisor with the company. I have to assume that she assumed that it was a supervisor of the company, because if she'd have told them that she was her kid, I'm sure the officer would have been professional enough to say, well, I'm sorry, but we can't have you in here either. Falsification of a police report is no, actually, Caitlin, it's not a serious crime. You would kind of think that it would be, but in actuality, it's not. It's only a misdemeanor, which to me I think is bullshit. I think it should be a felony to do that, because what you do in life, what she did could have ended my career. Okay. And there ain't no joke about that. So therefore, I'm not making light of the situation. Yeah, I think falsifying a police report like that, when it involves a felony, I think that should bump it to a felony for them. Because honestly, that could have wrecked me. And she was the one being the threatening person that night. I mean, she made a quick draw like she was drawing something, and I saw something shiny in her hand and couldn't determine if it was a gun or not. But I'm sorry, I'm not sticking around to figure that part out. I mean, if I could have known, that 100% it was a gun, then I can say I was, within some form of legal ramification to just literally run her ass over. But I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell, and I can't just assume. So I took the next best thing, which is to go around her, which is what the video fucking implements. You know, in her statement, she said I went toward her. I didn't go toward her in any way, shape, or form. I was going away from her. I was trying to avoid the situation by going around her. That's not going toward her. So yeah, there are definite big holes in her statements that her police report that she did with the police. And as far as her receiving injuries to her right hand, that's all she was using that night. She was multitasking. She was using the mouse clicker with her right hand. She's a right-handed person. So everything she was doing right-handed. Lifting herself up off the chair when she was standing up, opening doors. She even carried out a pizza out the front building with her right hand. If she sustained some form of injury, it would have showed. I've seen good, clear shots of her hand that should both marks or scratches or anything indicating that she'd even been hurt. And then not to mention how clean her uniform is. It's another thing that kind of got to me. Is not one of them officers could notice that, especially when she's making claims that she rolled off the hood of my car and hit the ground. No asphalt debris, no nothing. And she's walking up to the building. She's not even checking herself out to see if there's anything like that on her or if she's been injured anywhere else, according to her. Thank you very much, Mrs. Caitlin, for smashing that like button. And folks, if you can, do the same. Now, I am a little concerned with this because if the police department has a problem doing their job, I can only imagine that they're going to do it half-assed with me, which is concerning to me. But, however, well, if they can make a wrong right again, if they can, undo the crap that they did, I guess in a way it could restore my faith in that department. Well, I don't know. I mean, it can restore some kind of faith in the system. Because as it sits, I'm petrified to call the police for shit. I didn't. I'm telling you, you come out here to California, if you go to jail, I'm telling you, it's the most uncomfortable, unsettling feeling you'll ever have. It did not feel good whatsoever. And really, honestly, in my own honest opinion, she should feel like what I felt. They should go put cuffs on her and book her into the jail and let her spend a day in jail. Let her know how it feels to do that to somebody. So yeah, I've been stressed out over the whole ordeal. tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I will put up the link here if anybody wants to come up on panel. They may do so. So copy, ping, bada boom. Now I was given some good friendly advice, I guess, by the insurance agent. She's telling me I shouldn't put out anything on social media until, she said she feels that it could hinder their investigation. So I'm not going to put out any videos until this thing is settled out. And then we're going to expose the living shit out of it without doxing anybody. I would much rather, and I hope that the police department does do the right thing, because if they don't, I got more than enough to put out here that would expose it for its shit that it really was. And at this point in time, because I even had that police officer that was at my apartment sit there and ask me, well, why don't you get a hold of the IA, which is the internal affairs? I did get a hold of the internal affairs, and they sent me a letter back, and they're supposed to be a bipartisan group. But how can it be a bipartisan group when they're a part of the police department? It's like the police policing itself. It doesn't work, because they sent me a letter back stating that they sided with the police department. And I told them, I said, listen, I have footage that they didn't even see. Right? They weren't even interested in seeing any other footage off that property, just one thing. And the video that they saw, it was very hard to depict as to actually what had occurred. But there is a shot there that shows that she was on the side of my car and not the front. And that's where the other camera comes into play that shows that very thing. Now, that front camera pushed everything off screen so she can make any allegation she wanted. And I think that's where she came up with that cockamanian ordeal about how she rolled off my car and fell to the ground. Well, the other footage I have shows otherwise. It shows exactly what I told the police, which when I went around her, I heard a thug in my back where she punched my back window. And it shows it. Well, it can show as much of it as it possibly can show, because it was dark. It's hard to depict if she had struck it or not. My supervisor, he had taken a picture of it when he came out, so I'm trying to get him to send me a copy of that picture. But I'm sure the police have it on their body cam when they were wearing their body cam out there that night. So I'm sure even they've got a copy of the handprint that was on my back window that can substantiate or prove that occurred. I thought I myself had taken a picture of it, but I guess I didn't, because I scrolled through my phone looking for it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So there's that. Hmm. So what's everybody else doing for Christmas? I guess what I'm going to be doing this morning is I'm going to go over to my nephew's with my Santa suit on, and I guess I'm going to go in there and go do the ho 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 thing. Hey Jordan, how you doing, brother? I'm doing okay. To me, I'm just hoping that my insurance company will do the right thing. She sent me one of them links where you can send, I guess, private pictures and documents and stuff like that over, but it didn't work. It never sent her anything. Well, Merry Christmas to you too, Matthew. Seeing nobody's backstage. Okay. Um, hmm, Jordan says he's doing all right. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. You know, I went over that footage at the police scene, even on that one, that whole ordeal, and it does not back up what they're thinking. And the only reason why I say that is because the timestamp and everything was printed over everything, and it was really hard. It's even hard to discern the quick draw that she did, but there is a spot where she did it, and you can see it. But it's, you got to freeze frame it, and what I ended up freeze framing it, I put it in slow motion, and so I got to that point where it did, and it can depict exactly what I'd done, to show that once she did that, the moment she did it is when I reacted. This should be a lesson to those who want to do that to somebody, where you jump out in front of a moving car to try and get video of them. Because, don't do that stupid shit. Don't. Because the thing of it is you don't know who the hell is going to be behind that wheel and what their intentions are going to be. It was, it could be a very dangerous situation to do that to somebody. Because given in the circumstances, I don't have the best eyesight. And when I saw that flash come up, all I could think of was that it was a firearm she was drawing. So I acted accordingly in fear of my life. Hmm. Let's see here. Well, anyways, I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I hope this holiday is going to go good for you. I hope that you get everything that you wanted from Santa. So, I did have fun. I did have fun at work the other day when I went in with the Santa suit and handed out candy canes to all the employees. They loved it. Well, thank you, Caitlin, and Merry Christmas to you too. They had a blast with that. A lot of them come up. Can we do a selfie? So it was great. I had a blast that day. That picture I put for the front here, that was from my work. I had just took and erased out all everything around it and just left me holding a candy cane. It was fun. Hope you have a good Christmas. I hope I can too. And now that police officer that came over and saw me, he told me, he said the supervisor himself said most likely they probably won't charge her with anything. And that's just theoretically speaking, from what he could gather, and that's fine with me. But what he has stated, he says, if anything, it'll take it out of the San Jose system as something that's been resolved, and that technically you didn't do it, kind of ordeal, and so they. Which is fine with me because once if I can get that cleared, then she has no leverage even with her own attorney because her own attorney won't be able to get anything at all. You most likely walk away from the ordeal. Now I know the $54,000 question is why don't you go after her for civilly for doing this to you? And the easy answer is how can you get? It's like asking how you can get water from a rock. You can't. And I can imagine with her life choices that she's doing in life, she's having a hard enough time um, with what she's got going on. And what I mean by that is, for one thing, she's a transgender. She's transing to a male, and finding that form of acceptance is not going to be an easy thing for her. So I can imagine life's going to be hard for her in general. I can only pray and hope that I don't know, that she can lead a better life than what she's doing. So and I don't say that in a mean way because maybe this is something that makes her happy in life. But you know, as a Christian, I can't look at that and say that that's the best thing. But that's her circus. That's her not mine. She even went to the extent, guys, as having it putting down that she's a male on her driver's license. Again, her circus, her monkeys, and I wish her the best with it. But she shouldn't be running around making frivolous claims of lawsuits toward people either. That's not cool. If I let her get away with doing that shit to me, she's gonna feel that she can get away with it with everybody. That's just not cool. Not cool at all. Want to make money? You want to earn, to have things in life. You got to work for it. You can't be depending on others to give it to you. That's the way our society is nowadays, guys. Somebody doesn't like something you do, they can sue you for it. It's ridiculous. Uh, hey, Jersey girl, what's up, hon? And Merry Christmas to you too. The lost soul, Merry Christmas to you too. The link is in the chat. Anybody wanting to come up may do so. Yeah. Uh, okay, there we go. I pinned the message to the top of the board there. The link to the panel, anyway. I'm glad you're good too, there, Jersey girl. But yeah, I've been having a hard time lately dealing with that crap, guys. I never hit that girl in my car, and I had no intentions of it. So, like I said, if I had any intentions of it, I would have went toward her, not away from her. See if the kitties will. Oh wait, got one cat. Hi, baby. Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, mama. Look at this, guys. We got kitties coming out. Let's see. No. Uh, guests. Where's the video? Audio, camera. Oh, come on now. Now they're gonna run away, huh? Kitty, 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 kitty. Where'd they go? Oh, where did they go? Where did you go? Huh? Well, hello. Hi, babies. I was gonna come play laser light with them, but here they come. Oh, the kitty cats. Let's see here. I can't see it all. There we go. Make it better. No, no, no. This one just loves the laser light. No. This one here will play with him. I'm trying to get him to mingle with him. I got right on the other cat's tail. I got right on his butt. Did you guys see that? He patted his butt. He's like, hey, hey, what the hell? He's in super cat mode. Look at his low riding. You know, he loves playing with that laser light. You know, he loves it. Here it comes, a long stretch. Oh, I'm gonna get it. He goes, I am a true hunter. Okay. I gave him a lot to run for his money there. Uh, okay. Let's see. Turn it off. There you go. We'll put you back up there, guys. Well, somebody's celebrating Christmas pretty hard over here. Okay. Let me grab a swig of Dr. Pepper and then I'll get to the comments here. Ah. Oh, that's good. I'm the bulldog. Do-do-do. Caitlin's laughing out loud. She's laughing out loud even more. And that's it. But yeah, that is fun. It's fun playing laser light with these cats. But only one of them seems to be really into it. Some days I come out here and play laser tag with that small cat, and the one of the Siamese ones gets involved in it and just plays with the cat instead of the laser light. A couple of weeks ago out here when I was playing that laser tag with him, she kept rolling her over, and it was kind of cute. She must have been in a really good mood that night. Hmm. Well, guys, I do wish you all a Merry Christmas. I'm gonna bounce out of here. Um, and if I hear any more updates from this thing here, you will know. So um, until then, I will see you on the next one.